where I help individuals who are in a mixed faith marriage due to a faith transition because it always impacts the marriage. And I'm in my car today. It's my vacation week. This is me on vacation. But I really wanted to put this out there for you because this time of year, we really look at our marriages, we look at our relationships. It's between Christmas and New Year's, and we start to look ahead and think, what do we want to create for the new year? And I'm in a parking lot. My daughter's at practice here at her sport, and I'm on my vacation. We're in the middle of a huge remodel of our house. Very extensive. We live in a mid-century modern house, and we moved into it a few months ago, and it needs a lot of love. In fact, pretty much every area of the house needs attention. And this is what I've been doing on my vacation. So I just came from before bringing my kid to practice. I was hanging furring strips in the basement, and my husband was working on framing out the mudroom area, right? So I was using this fabulous new impact drill. Lots of fun. And we're making a mess. It's a mess. It's loud. It's dusty. My hands were black from the grease on the screws. My basement looks terrible. In fact, it looks worse than before. And in many regards, the house is uglier than when we started. Now, stay with me. I'm getting to the mixed faith marriage here. The house is uglier than when we started. It looks a lot worse. But it's not actually worse. The part of the process to get it better is to make it worse, right? We have to deconstruct to build properly. We had to fix the water issue in the basement before we could put up the walls and the drywall and things like that so that we wouldn't just damage the new stuff. Or we had to get a company to come in and jackhammer up the floors so we could get the proper drainage in without just ruining all our efforts. And I keep moving forward and I keep doing things because I know it will look amazing, right? Our basement has great potential. Walk-out door wall, it has a fireplace, it has huge gathering space, it has a pond. I kid you not, a pond. But it also had cinder blocks that were exposed because of the water damage, and it had asbestos tile and some old wood paneling old wood paneling in basements. So just like a mixed faith marriage is very much a transition for the marriage. When you go through a faith transition, your marriage also goes through a transition. And just like transitions in houses, remodeling in houses, it's so similar in our marriage. Transitions sometimes make things look worse when we get started before they look better. Sometimes it's messy, it's chaotic, but we keep going because we have a vision and we know it'll be worth it in the end. So think about this idea in regards to your marriage. Is it getting a remodel? Does it need a remodel? Remember, sometimes the faith transition, what it does is, I see this so often with my clients, is it brings up long-standing issues in a marriage that were ignored for whatever reason. And it brings up these long-standing issues, and it sort of puts them on the front. They become exacerbated marriage issues due to the faith transition. And now they just can't be ignored. And a lot of times this is a sign to us that it's time for that remodel, right? Maybe you just need some fresh paint, but maybe it's time to gut it all out and start over. Maybe it's time to get that company in and do the jackhammering and get the drainage system installed. Either way, know this. It's messy, right? It's loud sometimes. It's chaotic. Sometimes things get uglier before they get beautiful. But can you believe the end product will be worth it? Can you believe the end product will be amazing? Right? So my marriage is very much like my basement. So many amazing things going for it. It's not perfect. It's not perfect. There's funky paneling, but there's so many amazing things like the pond going for it. And I'm guessing your marriage has amazing potential too. Are you willing to embrace the mess? Dig into the remodel so you can have what you really want in your marriage and not just something that's mediocre or that has leaks or that, there are problems that aren't being addressed that need to be addressed. It's time to address marriage issues that stem from your faith transition. We need to talk. This is what I do. I help clients rebuild and remodel their marriage that has really been impacted by faith transition. Now, It's messy, it's chaotic, but it's totally worth it. All you need to do is reach out to me and we'll set up a time for a free call and we'll find out what's going on in your marriage, where you are now. We'll set a really clear picture of where you want to be and we'll see if we can't figure out the best path to get you there. To do this, email me, mormoncouples.com@gmail.com, and ask for a free call. We'll take about an hour and we'll talk about all of these things. We'll really walk you through this very valuable process that I offer, where you'll really be able to see where you are and where you want to go, and ideally the best way to get you there. Email me and ask for a free call, and we'll set up some time in the near future, and we'll get on the phone and see the amazing things we can build in your marriage together with a little help from coaching. All right, wishing you the best.